And we are back. Pokemon Fire Red, Hardcore Nuzlocke, only using Bug-type Pokemon. This is the third attempt here. We have lost our Parasect along the way. That is the only casualty so far. However, Butterfree is setting up for the Scizor sweep. We need to be faster, and we need to be stronger than the Arcanine when it comes down with the Intimidate. However, the fifth and final Fire Blast connects and kills our Butterfree in the process. It does open the door for Gabimaru to come in and sweep, but that only leaves 3 bugs to beat the 8th gym, as well as the Elite Four, and I don't think we have what it takes. So I'm going to make the tough decision of calling it here for the third attempt, resetting, and just playing a lot smarter, a lot better in the fourth attempt. So we will start that right now. All right, so as far as differences between the third and current fourth attempt, really it's just the nicknames, which I'll explain in a second, and that Giovanni fight at the top of Silph. So this is where we lost our Parasect last time, and we just made sure to play it smarter, play it better, and now Parasect is going to be with us, as well as Venomoth, our Scizor, our Butterfree, and our Beedrill. So we have all 5 Pokemon intact, and we are looking great. As far as the nicknames, I just took well-known characters from shows that I have seen. So this is Bruno, the main character of 91 Days. We've got Sanai, one of the best female characters in a rom-com called Clan Ad, and so on and so forth. We got Petra in there from Attack on Titan. Some really good nicknames. Let's hope it's good enough to get us through to the end. All right, as far as the fight against Blaine, the one big addition we got was the Rain Dance. You can get it right outside Fuchsia City where Koga is. So we went ahead and taught Butterfree Rain Dance, making those Fire Blasts do half the damage and leading the Sleep Powder and Flashes just to be so much safer in this setup against Blaine. So the Fire Blast miss, and the ones that do connect, Bruno tanks no problem, is able to get another Sleep Powder down and just completely open the door for Sanai the Scizor to come in and sweep. Now we do have to risk one more Rain Dance potentially just in case we miscounted and Growlithe still has a Fire Blast in there. And there it is. It was only 4 Fire Blasts. So now we are safe. Now we are good to go. And Sanai comes in, is going to get 1 agility just to make sure we outspeed the Arcanine. And then we're going to max out to +6 Swords Dance. We only need +5. However, that Intimidate will come down and completely screw us up if we only do 2 Swords Dance. So we're just, checking all of the boxes here, making sure we do everything we can do to keep all 5 Pokemon safe and sound. And the Ace Arcanine comes down. Blaine's Pride and Joy, the Intimidate is here, but the Slash comes down and it completely cuts down the Fire Dog. Beautiful stuff. We have rebounded completely. That's 7 gym badges, and the 4th attempt is finally underway. And then we head on over to Giovanni in the 8th and final gym here, focusing mainly on ground-type Pokemon, which is pretty fun. However, for Giovanni, this will not be fun, as we have Giga Drain on Violet from Violet Evergarden. The Venomoth coming in clutch here and completely decimates the first Rhino. Next up is going to be the Ace Rhyhorn. That is not a Rhydon, that is not a Rhyperior, and that is just another offering to the Venomoth. So Violet completely flexing here. However, the next Pokemon is going to be Dugtrio, and he's going to put up quite the fight here, as you can see, as we get a fadeaway critical. The triple Diglett special is deleted, and now we have a little bit more of an interesting dynamic with the Nidoking and Nidoqueen, given that poison typing. However, Psychic does massive damage. The Stab Earthquake comes down, does a good chunk off the top, but the level discrepancy is not doing Giovanni any favors as the Nidoqueen falls. The King is out here, and he wants to avenge his queen, but is he going to be able to do it as the Psychic connects and almost one-shots the big fella? Another Stab Earthquake comes down. This one's going to do a little bit more damage given Nidoking's attack stab, but Nidoking floating in the red is just going to be very vulnerable to another Psychic here as Violet drops back, comes down with the Psychic. It's not stab, but it is super effective. Nidoking holds on with 1 HP, gets another Hyper Potion from Giovanni, wanting to hold on to his final Pokemon. Another Psychic comes down, and it's going to high roll all the way to 1 HP once again, and a Psychic fade, and that will do it. 8 gym badges secured, and now it's just the rival Victory Road in the Elite Four. Alrighty, time for another really action-packed fight. This is one of my favorites in the entire game here, as our rival has 6 Pokemon, is ready to go. The Pidgeot comes down, gets a stab, super effective wing attack off onto Bruno before we can sneak the Sleep Powder in there, but the key is we connected, and now we can get a safer swap into the rest of the team. We're leaning into Flash potentially, however, but notes to us, Pidgeot has Keen Eye, so that would not have worked. So I'm glad we were able to swap out. We get one Sword Stance down, and we're just going to take what we can get here as the Wing Attack comes down. Does no damage. We lean into a Steel Wing, seeing how much damage that does. And if Pidgeot had held on and wanted to get the heal, that means we could have got another Sword Stance. However, Growlithe comes in, cuts our attack to +1. We're still looking pretty good here, but Growlithe could absolutely mess us up since we're 4 times super effective to that fire, as we saw with the Arcanine or the Arcanine, depending on how you want to pronounce that. But we are risking the +1 wing attack as Growlithe is not an Arcanine, and we get a fadeaway critical hit that only leaves 4 Pokemon. The Rhyhorn comes down, is weak to our stab super effective Steel Wing. This is absolutely massive. The Rhino goes down, and we are still +1 attack. Really good stuff here. Only 3 Pokemon left. However, the Gyarados is going to equalize the scales here as we go to neutral attack, given another Intimidate. Having 2 Intimidate users on the same team is absolutely beautiful as we get a Sword Stance down. The Hydro Pump is here, and it's going to dodge our ridiculous physical defense, but Gyarados' special attack isn't anything to write home about as the Rain Dance comes in. So this is going to be an absolute slugfest. We got 1 Swords Dance. We're going to go for a Stab Wing attack. It does really good damage without a critical. However, a Hydro Pump in the rain brings us to 45 HP. Sanai drops back with the berry here. It's just an Orin though. We're floating at 55. We outspeed the Gyarados and take down the Sea Leviathan. What an absolute battle. The Alakazam comes down, and now I'm pretty confident that we do not outspeed the Wizard. We're pretty fast, but I think we're going to have to risk this. However, Alakazam hits Stab Super Effective Psychics into Britannia, which is from Code Geass with the Loosh there, and I don't know if this is worth it. We might just roll it. We might just roll the Wing Attack because he can absolutely nuke everyone else. Petra might be able to eat something, actually, given, look at that defense. Petra's actually pretty bulky. However, Alakazam could just completely nuke with the Psychics, and if it gets a special defense drop, we'll be in a really bad spot. But if we die here, we lose the entire run, so this is a very tenuous situation, and it leans into the Disable, so we were absolutely free to swap. We were free to swap, and it goes for the Calm Mind buff, which is disgusting. We do not want to be in this situation. However, we connect on the Steel Wing, and we take down the 2-spooned Buffoon. Beautiful stuff. Sanai stands strong in the wake of danger, and the Venusaur comes down, and now we can actually swap into a better option, and that's going to be Violet the Venomoth. Comes in on the growth here. Venusaur not having too much to offer in this situation as we drop back with a super effective Psychic. It does only a tiny bit of damage. However, we get the special defense drop, and this level 53 Venia is popping off with the growth. We just need another Psychic in here. Venusaur holds on with 1 or 2 HP and growths to the heavens, but you cannot fly if you die. Venusaur absolutely gets nuked. Our rival is dead, and now we just have Victory Road and the Elite Four. Let's go. And so there we were in Victory Road, just chilling, just making our way through, getting excited for the Elite Four and trying to formulate a strategy, a plan. And this guy, this Ace Trainer, just so happens to specialize in Fire-type Pokemon. The smoke screen comes down, we can't even get the attack off, and Bruno has not really missed any sleep patterns this entire time. However, the smoke screen is enough to push us over the edge, and now Charmeleon is hungry. Charmeleon is in a position to sweep the entire team. The Flamethrower comes down and completely nukes Butterfree. That is 1 Pokemon down, 4 to go. And as you can see, we are in absolute trouble. So we pivot into Violet, hoping to one-shot with the Psychic. The Scary Face comes down. The Flamethrower is here. Does Violet hold on? And yes, she does, surprisingly. That is a huge level of discrepancy, and we're going to lean into that as we drop back with the Psychic. However, Rolando comes down, and that's a Charizard. That is an absolute Charizard. Violet dies, and at this point, I think the writing is on the wall as we have Petra 4 times weak to fire. We have Scizor 4 times weak to fire. So we go in for the last Pokemon that is not 4 times weak. We get a nice critical hit onto the Charizard with the Secret Power. We're going to need 1 more. However, we are slower now with the Scary Face combination. The Flamethrower comes down. We hold on with 41 HP. Secret Power for the Fade, and Charizard falls. That only leaves 2 Pokemon, and now we're switching over to Grass types with the Ivysaur, so we can actually potentially get in there and win this battle. So we pivot to Sanai, basically our ace in the hole, but the sleep powder comes down, so we're gonna have to shake that off. The evasiveness falls with the sweet scent, no problem there. We're gonna lean into the super effective wing attack. We tank the razor leaf, no problem with a 4 times not very effective slant. The wing attack comes in and pimp slaps a beautiful middle evolution. The final Pokemon here is going to be the War Turtle. So this ace trainer actually had a little bit of everything going for him as far as starters are concerned. The tail whip comes down, it's not going to do too much. On top of a wing attack, the water gun is here, doesn't even capitalize on the tail whip. However, the hyper potion comes down and we drop back with another wing attack. War Turtle just chilling for the moment, but the damage is absolutely done. We only have 3 Pokemon left. Can we beat the Elite Four with 3 Pokemon? I guess we're going to find out. All right, so we just lost 2 out of our 5 team members right at the last second in Victory Road. I cannot believe I didn't dodge that trainer, and he ended up having 2 incredibly strong fire types. So no one left on the table, and there are our casualties. We lose both of our kind of butterfly and moth Pokemon, incredibly strong with those psychics and setup moves with the sleep powder, especially Butterfree, given that compound eyes making sleep powder almost 100% accurate. It's definitely going to make setting up a lot harder, as well as just a really clean swap in Venomoth with some nice bulk as well. So we potentially may not win this now because of that fatal mistake. And if we have to run it back, you better believe I am hugging the walls of that cave of Victory Road. So we just end up with these 3 Pokemon, and the fact that Scizor can ramp up is massive. But we also have a sneaky little growth strategy with our Parasect as well, so Petra might be able to get in there. It's just we really don't have much options when it comes to swapping around, so if someone gets statused or crit, we're going to be in a really tough position. But honestly, as long as we have these 2 right here, we may be able to squeak out of this, and Beedrill might be able to take the fall at some point. I've been talking to him out back and being like, hey bro, if somebody needs to go down, are you willing? And he told me he was, so we'll see what happens there. But as far as Lorelei goes, if we can get against the Cloyster, who only has damaging moves in Hail and Dive, we can absolutely set up with the Parasect and then Sweep potentially, but we will have to see here. We will have to see. First things first, we have to clear this Dugong. So hopefully this is half damage, and it absolutely is. That's beautiful. We're going to have to tank the Hail, but I really just needed that to be a 2-shot because I am terrified of Ice Beam. If you saw the last time we were here with our Kingdra and the randomizer, Dugong absolutely had its way with us, and there is the Slowbro. Okay, Slowbro is a little bit scarier, has Stab Surf, has Ice Beam, has Amnesia, and has Yawn. We have a super effective Stab Twin Needle, which could be massive. If we get crit, I think we lose Beedrill right here, right now, but I'm going all in. I'm going all in. That does no damage, given Slowbro's bulk, but we do get the critical hit on the second one. The Surf comes down. This might kill. This might kill, and it's a crit with 8 HP. Do we live with 1? Do we live with 1? Hail. Oh my god, it's enough damage. We've already lost 1 out of 3 Pokemon. It's most likely going to get healed. So we probably have to go in. Let's see. It has Ice Beam, which is super effective against Petra. This is it, dude. We have 2 Pokemon to beat the entire Elite Four with. I'm pretty confident that's in heal range, so I'm going to go Swords Dance. Absolutely. We should be faster than a Slowbro. I do believe so. And now it's probably going to go for Yawn, Ice Beam, or Surf. The Hail comes down. We are on a little bit of a timer here. We have a neutral wing attack with Swords Dance. I don't think that's going to do a lot of damage, though. If we get frozen, I think it's all over. It was Seal Wings, not very effective. I think we'll roll it anyway. If we attack more, we'll have crit chance. Oh my god, it's not enough. But thankfully, Slowbro goes for Amnesia, so we are not special. That's going to give us a chance to do 1 more Swords Dance, and if he goes Ice Beam. Okay, this is going to do a lot of damage. We just have to tank. Okay, now we're good. We're going to clear the Slowbro, and if we could just get the Cloyster, okay. Now what we can do here, we can just set up with Scizor, I think, because then we can one-shot the Lapras, and we can one-shot the Jinx. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think we can just do that. It does have Hail, which is unfortunate. Let's see here. But if we swap into the Parasect, we might get outsped and then killed. I think that's the biggest problem, but we can heal with Giga Drain. So actually, since we already have 2 Swords Dance, we're just going to go ahead and go all in with Sanai here. There is the Hail. We're going to have to contend with that. And now let's see here. I'm pretty sure we're faster than Lapras and Cloyster. But if not, we might die. So I'm going to predict. Oh, beautiful. Okay. So we predict the Protect, get the Agility for free, and now we can absolutely sweep. The Hail's going to be a little bit annoying, and we're going to all or nothing here. This is going to be neutral damage, so we want to go Stealing because it is stab. Now it does have a tiny chance of missing. We got to watch out for that. Maybe a defense bump would be really nice as well. There's Lapras, and this is it. If we miss Steel Wing, it's all over. If we land, we have a moment. We have a chance. We land Sanai from downtown. The Scizor coming in clutch here. +6 attack. Beautiful. With 65 HP. And now Jinx is paper thin defensive-wise, so we can actually just go with a weaker wing attack. We got the agility, and we will outspeed. This should kill no problem. Absolutely. So 2 Pokemon, and we have 3 more members of the Elite Four and the champion. This is looking really bad, but there's a glimmer. There is an absolute glimmer of hope. And now it is time to take on Bruno. 5 fighting types, or really 3 fighting types, and then 2 Onix as well. Game plan is going to be Petra. I think we're really going to lean into the Giga Drain. As you can see, we only have 5, so potentially we can basically one-shot the Onix, but we really need a lot of growth to take care of the heavy-hitting fighting types. So I'm interested to see how this goes. I think we'll be okay to swap into Scizor at some point. But we just really need this to go smoothly. We can't really make a mistake at this point because we only have 2 Pokemon left. Now, if we lose anybody at any point here, we lose the run. But if we have these 2, we potentially can take on the world. With that being said, if we can go first, okay, we do not. We do have the Quick Claw to help us out with that, but we sidestep the Iron Tail, which is beautiful, and now we can get growths going in. If Petra hits +6 and then just goes ham with Giga Drain, I think we can one-shot all of the fighting types. So we are +2. Onix sleeping on the job. There is the Rock Tomb. Okay, no criticals would be glory. No crits would be glory. And there's an Iron Tail. How much damage are we talking? Okay, hardly any damage, but we do lose our defense. So really, we just need a +6. That would be really nice here. It might go into Onix. It probably won't go into the other Onix. But as you can see, the Quick Claw is popping. It's Gen 3, though, so it doesn't let you know. But we keep going first, so that's how we do know. And that is +5. And we are going to heal so much off of this. We got +6. This Giga Drain is... Oh, we got clutched. Oh, we got clutched so hard. I forgot about the roar. Okay. Let's see. Well, we're a little bit scared. We're scared of crits. I'm gonna go for Swords Dance. Let's see how much damage. This is Stab Earthquake. Oh my god, that does no damage. Onix, what are you doing, brother? No crit, please. No crit. Oh my god, let's go. Let's go with a Stab Super Effective Steel Wing +4. This Onix is gone. And we're okay. Sanai's coming in here. We are okay. Hitmonchan comes down, but as we saw, we have Wing Attack, which is super effective, and it's +4 attack. So Hitmonchan is gone. Hitmonlee should be gone. And I'm pretty sure the Machamp is gone at +4. If anybody's holding on, it will be the big fella himself. Does he hold from a +4 wing attack? He absolutely does not. And Scizor salvages this fight out of nowhere. Drop back, give me the stealing. As long as we don't get one-shot crit from an Earthquake, we do not. And beautiful stuff. Scizor, show me what you are working with. Great job. And now we're on to Agatha. But as far as this video goes, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it. And I will catch you on the flip. Peace.